You're listening to DogWorks Radio. I'm Michele Forto, owner and lead trainer at Alaska DogWorks. Today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood parts of service dog training and one of the most important lessons I teach every client who joins our lead dog service dog training program. Because here's the truth, task training is only half the story. Tasks alone don't make a service dog. A partnership does.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska DogWorks Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is DogWorks Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now, here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
The big misunderstanding. We get this question all the time. Can you train my dog to perform specific tasks so they can become a service dog? It's a great question, and it shows that people are doing their research. But what it also shows that many folks believe task training is the only thing that makes a service dog official. The truth is, that's only part of it. Yes, under the Americans with Disabilities Act, a service dog must be individually trained to perform tasks related to a person's disability. Those tasks might include retrieving medication, alerting to medical episodes, or helping with mobility. But, and this is the part most people miss, those tasks alone don't create the kind of working partnership that makes a dog dependable in real-world settings. Because the real difference between a dog who knows the commands and a dog who lives the work is connection. So what task training really looks like? Let's break it down. When we talk about task training, we're usually talking about mechanical skills, like alert to an oncoming seizure, retrieve a dropped phone, provide deep pressure therapy, interrupt anxiety behaviors. Those are essential, but they're just motions. A dog can perform a task perfectly in our training center and still freeze up when the same situation happens in the real world. Why? Because real life is unpredictable, and that's where the relationship part comes in. A true service dog isn't just following commands. They're reading their handler. They're interpreting subtle emotional and physical cues, often before the handler even realizes what's happening. That takes more than obedience. That takes partnership. So why partnership matters? When we say tasks alone don't make a service dog, a partnership does. We're talking about the bond that forms through months of shared training, mutual trust, and emotional alignment. A good service dog doesn't just work for their handler, they work with them. That partnership is what allows a handler to walk through an airport with confidence, to face a panic attack with support, or to rely on their dog in the middle of a crowded store without fear. At Alaska DogWorks, we build that bond through what we call emotional fluency training. That means helping the dog and the human learn to read each other's emotional states. It's not just about sit or stay. It's about connection. The dog learns to recognize stress, anxiety, or physical changes in their handler. The handler learns to communicate clearly and calmly under pressure. And together, they become something greater than the sum of their parts. That's what we mean when we say lead dog. The handler's role, leadership, not dependence. One of the most powerful lessons we teach in our lead dog service dog training program is that the handler is an equal partner in the process. We don't just train your dog, we train you to be the leader your dog can trust. That means learning how your own energy and emotions affect your dog, developing calm, consistent communication, understanding how to manage your dog in public spaces, airports, restaurants, and even the Alaska Marine ferries. I always remind clients your dog's confidence flows from your confidence. When you lead calmly, your dog follows calmly. When you panic, they mirror that energy. So training isn't just about teaching your dog, it's about teaching you how to lead your team. And that's exactly what sets our program apart, because service dogs are not just trained tools, they're life partners. To listen to this podcast without ads, please consider joining the pack. We are going to take a short break here, and we will be right back.
You can support this podcast on patreon.com/firstpawmedia. Dogworks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dogworks. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
Training for Alaska's unique challenges. Living and working with a service dog in Alaska comes with its own set of challenges. We're not just talking about walking through Target or taking a flight. We're talking about icy sidewalks, wildlife encounters, ferry rides, and sometimes even remote bush plains. That's why our program at Alaska Dogworks includes real-world exposure training. We take teams out in the community to airports, hotels, ferries, and restaurants, and we train through the chaos. Your dog learns how to handle snow, slippery floors, and sudden distractions. You learn how to manage gear, commands, and confidence all at once. Because life in Alaska is unpredictable, your service dog needs to be ready for all of it. That's what partnership looks like. Not just tasks, not just obedience, but true teamwork that works anywhere from downtown Anchorage to the Kenai Peninsula to a remote fishing village. Emotional alignment and trust. There's real science behind the bond between a service dog and their handler. Studies have shown that when humans and dogs train and live together, their heart rates can synchronize, their stress hormones align, their emotional rhythms literally match. That's mutual regulation. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's the foundation of every great service dog partnership. In our Lead Dog program, we help clients cultivate that alignment intentionally through consistent training, patience, and shared experiences. When that bond forms, something amazing happens. The dog doesn't just respond to commands, they anticipate needs. They don't just perform tasks, they support lives. That's when you know your dog has moved from trained to trusted. Let's talk about a complete training model. At Alaska Dogworks, we follow a full circle model of service dog development, starting with foundation work, which includes obedience, impulse control, and focus. Public access training involves manners, distractions, calm behavior in the real world, while task training includes customized tasks tailored to each client's needs, and handler education that includes leadership skills, body language, and communication. But wait, there's more. We offer ongoing support. Through our Peak Performance membership, we stayed connected for life. We believe that when you invest in service dog training, you're not just investing in a dog, you're investing in a lifestyle of independence and confidence. So if you take one thing away from today's episode, let it be this. Tasks may define a service dog on paper, but partnership defines them in life. A faithful service dog isn't built on obedience alone. They're built on trust and consistency. When you and your dog move together as a team, that's when the real magic happens. If you're ready to start your journey toward independence with a true working partner, visit alaskadogworks.com to learn more about our Lead Dog Service Dog Training Program. You can also give us a call at 206-752-DOGS. That's 206-752-3647 to schedule your strategy call and see if you and your dog are ready to take the lead. I'm Michele Forto, and you've been listening to DogWorks Radio. Thanks for joining me today, and remember, a great dog is born, but a lead dog is made through partnership.
From First Paw Media, this is DogWorks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media.